What's on Movie Vans? Yeah, it's a 3K here. This is a random haul of stuff that I picked up. It is a stack that has been sitting around for quite a while. I'm meaning to put it on video, and I'm just going to get started in it right in it. This is Kino release of Jennifer. It is a 70s movie. It is basically a ripoff of Carrie. It's about a girl in high school. She grew up in one of those churches that worships snakes, or snakes as being the judgment of people by biting them. This particular girl has the ability to control snakes, so she kind of sicks them on all the girls that are tormenting her because she's not a preppy like they are. So it's sort of a cross between Carrie and Willard, but a bunch of snakes running around. Carrie, Willard, and so I guess would be that. With Lisa Pelican. Lisa Pelican, I emailed her a couple times. Had a bootleg of that. This movie quite a while back. And let's see, what else we got? Vinegar Syndrome release of Psychos in Love. This is allegedly one of the first movies to be shot for the home video market, as they say, but not really. So everybody all the while thought this was like shot on videotape, but it was not. It was filmed. So it is a story of a couple of people who just happen to meet, and they happen to be psychos, and murderous psychos. And it's a little, it's a dark comedy, kind of like Eating Raoul, a little bit along that lines, but a little more blood to it. It's pretty funny. It's got a real earworm of a theme song to it. And again, had a bootleg of that for quite a while, off the tape. But good to have it on Blu-ray. Got a slipcover there. Star Crash with Margot Gortner, David Hasselhoff, and the lovely Carolyn Monroe. This came out, I believe, in the early 80s or late 70s. Late 70s, I believe. Yeah, 79. Okay. Yeah, New World Pictures. So if you liked Battle Beyond the Stars, that kind of thing. It's, you know, your typical Star Wars, Flash Gordon kind of thing. It's got a little bit of animation in it, kind of a la the Sinbad movies, you know, that kind of animation for some bad guys. It's just one of those movies. It steals a lot from other movies, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. 1982 version of Cat People. Nastasia Kinski and Malcolm McDowell. Let's see, I got the posters for this too. It's pretty cool. Giorgio Moroder music, theme song by David Bowie. It is directed by Paul Schrader. It's a really cool movie. It steals the pool scene from the original movie, and it just takes it to where it should go. It's bloody. It's a werewolf tale, but it's with cats. It's just another story like that, but it's a super cool movie. I used to have DVD. The DVD was on, let's see, Universal here. And I'm keeping the DVD because it does have some extras on the DVD that are not on the Blu-ray. And I'm also keeping this particular card that was in the DVD because I had it autographed by Lynn Lowry, who plays the prostitute in the movie. Which you might know Lynn Lowry also from The Crazies and I Drink Your Blood. Bless the Beasts and the Children is a dramatic movie about boys going to a camp and their typical the infighting that goes on with that, and they just get tired of it. They're the misfits of the camp, and they just kind of get tired of being teased, and they just don't want to be there, and the parents are, you know, shoving them in there, just getting them out of the way, and for just various reasons they kind of come together and they just decide to leave the camp, and they get mixed up in with the locals in the town where the camp is, and it ends up with a very tragic ending. It's also notable for having Karen Carpenter singing the theme song. Next is Green Slime. Just like It, Terror from Beyond Space, if I remember that title correctly, is an early version of Alien. This is an early version of Aliens, and it's really neat. There's people with jetpacks rocketing through space. They're shooting lasers at aliens, and people get burned alive. It's one of those half American, half Japanese productions, and it's also with a super cool theme song. So it is a lot of fun. I highly recommend that. Seeing that if you like science fiction. This is from Mill Creek, and it is just a 4-movie collection, which is about 80s TNA movies. Kind of, well, mostly. Spring Break, Private Resort, Hard Bodies, and Perfect. Perfect is the only standout one there. John Travolta, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a little more dramatic of a movie than the other three. The other 3 movies are kind of just those typical 80s TNA screwball comedies kind of thing. But yeah, good to have those all on 4 movies on one little collection. This is Kylie Minogue, On the Go in Japan. Got a little behind the scenes, some concert footage. Can't go wrong with Kylie Minogue. Super cute. American Grindhouse documentary about all the sleaze, cheese, biker movies, horror movies, all your favorites, and it played in the Grindhouse. Grindhouse is a movie that played B movies and independent movies that played in theaters, not so much the drive-ins. So, if your town didn't have a drive-in, it might have a Grindhouse, as they call it. So this documentary, really good documentary about all that stuff right there. And I got a couple things from the Criterion sale. I got Fantastic Planet, which is an early 70s, I believe the early 70s movie, animated movie. I believe it's created by, if I get his name right, Rene Lalo. And it's interesting about, wasn't there a song in the 90s about, we'll make great pets? It's about an alien race keeping humans as pets, and that's pretty cool. you have to keep up with it in a way. You gotta pay attention to it. It's not your run-of-the-mill animation. So you gotta pay attention to it, stick with it, because otherwise you'll get bored. Some people would probably call this a boring movie, but I think it's pretty cool. So very trippy movie. Valerie and Her Week of Wonders is, I believe, it's a foreign movie. Where's it from? Beautiful Oddities of the Czechoslovak New Wave. Also on the Criterion label, so Czechoslovakian movie. It's about a girl, coming of age kind of story. Not much of a resolution to it, but but a girl just kind of develops her womanhood, putting it lightly, and strange things happen. It's a very surrealistic movie. There's vampires running around. There's lustful clergymen running around. She's starting to look at boys. Boys are looking at her. Blah 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 blah. But it's in a very strange, loose, trippy, surrealistic way. It's really interesting movie. The last one is an independent movie. It's called Asylum of Darkness, also known as Season of Darkness. This stars one of our local actors here, Nick Baldesser, and Amanda Howell, and also Richard Hatch from Battlestar Galactica, and Tim Thomerson from Zone Troopers and Doll Man, the full moon movies like Trancers. And it is also a trippy movie, also very strange, very dark. Zombies and people, they're in an asylum, and it's one of those movies where you don't know what's real and what's not, and what are the monsters real or are they not? It's the big question in that one. Tiffany Shepis is in this too as well, and it is directed by Jay Wolfel. So if you look really close, you can see me and my friend Vince in the extras sitting in the theater at the premiere at the Drexel Theater in that one. So there is a stack of movies I've been sort of meaning to get off my chest, or off the shelf onto video and back on the shelf in their proper places. So I hope you enjoyed those, looking at those as much as I did. I like watching them, and check them out. Anyway, I will see you next time.